us know we hold on to the same courage, the same unity, the same faith that our brothers have shown us. There's no obstacle in that way. We must make sure that their example continues to guide us, that their strength continues to inspire us, and that their love and country continues to unite us. May we forever, may we never forget that it's because of you that we wake up every morning in this country, in this land, free, merciful, taking our youth, taking our freedom for granted, because of your way of service. God bless our veterans. God bless the Texas. God bless the United States of America. Thank you very much. I've asked Scott Murray, who is our MC, to do the appropriate introduction or keynote speaker, but he's a personal compadre. Those of you in the audience would understand what I just said. But he's not only that, he's a fellow that brings a lot of joy to us, because I think you're going to understand who he really is. So at this time, I'd like to have Scott Murray introduce none other than Tony Orlando. Scott?
Thank you, General, very, very much. Tony Orlando, I'm one of those people here in the audience today that's actually old enough to remember a hit record that came out back in 1973. It's called Tie a Yellow Ribbon Round the Old Oak Tree. As a matter of fact, that record became the #1 song on Billboard for the entire year. It was the #1 song of the year 1973. But more importantly, it's what the words in that record stood for, what that song meant. And all these years later, still mean so much more. And Tony will share with you exactly what I'm talking about momentarily. But before I introduce him, let me tell you why he's here today. He is, I guess best put, one of the ultimate patriots that you're ever going to meet. It was that same year of 1973 that he got a call from a gentleman by the name of Bob Hope. For those of you old enough to know who Bob Hope was, you'll recall one of the greatest comics, one of the greatest comedians, and one of the greatest incredible individuals, iconic individuals you'd ever want to meet. And when it came to making a difference in the lives of our military, Bob Hope was at the top of the list. Back in the 70s, the 80s, the 90s. It was incredible what he did and where he traveled to support our military. Tony was given a call from Bob Hope in 73 and said he was going to be at the Cotton Bowl in a place called Fair Park in Dallas, Texas. The Vietnam War was coming to an end, at least for America. And Americans were returning home, all the vets that had been in Vietnam for however long it might have been. And he wanted to know if Tony would come and be a part of it. And Tony said, I would be honored. Since that time, over half a century ago, Tony Orlando has traveled all over this great world, in this great country that we all call home, and made a difference in the lives of those that have served each and every one of us, and kept us all out of harm's way, decade after decade after decade. I was just in Las Vegas 3 weeks ago with Tony. He had set up the opportunity for an organization called Tribute to Valor that deals with our military to go out there and talk to these students. I mean, thousands of students in a number of schools, high schools, junior ROTC members, as to what integrity is, and what leadership is, and what making a difference in the lives of those that need it most really means every single day. So when we called and asked if he would come to Dallas, Texas on Veterans Day here in 2025, there was no hesitation. It says, I'm there. I'll be there. And he's going to be one of our parade marshals here today. But he's an incredible gentleman. And I don't know what more I can say to simply say he's become a dear friend and one of the most incredible giving people that I have ever met. In my keynote that I make across the country, I say, live your life as a go-getter. But more importantly, share your life as a go-giver. And that's what Tony Orlando does every single day. So let's give him a nice, great state of Texas warm welcome to a patriot beyond anything you're ever going to meet. Mr. Tony Orlando, ladies and gentlemen.
Thank you, everybody. Thank you, Scott. Thank you, General. Thank you, all of you who served our great country. I want to share something with you. I was listening to some of the speeches today, and I'm not going to be able to even try to compete with some of the eloquent things that I said about Veterans Day and our veterans. But that little song called Taya Miranda, I'm just curious because, you know, there's a demographic difference here. A lot of the young people won't remember that song. But those of you who might remember, would you just raise your hand and tell me you're good? Oh, we got a few old people here. Good, good. So here is the deal. Veterans Day for me. You have a Memorial Day in which you honor those who have given the ultimate sacrifice. And you have Veterans Day in which you are honoring those who are willing to give their ultimate sacrifice. If you can take this day and make it to every day of your life, make Veterans Day not just one day a year, not just a parade one day a year, but make it part of your life. And the way I've done it is whenever you see someone who has served or is serving our country, just say thank you for your service. When you say thank you for your service, it's Veterans Day again and again and again. And I believe that Veterans Day, when it's honored like it is here in Dallas by our young people, we raise the future and make this country even stronger. Because to represent and pay tribute to those who serve our country and to recognize, you know, we talk about heroes. I see, if your son now serving the lady on the side, come here. Come. Feel free. Can you guys read this? I've been holding this up all this time. Can you read it? It says, proud mom of a future leader, Joe Prince, we are so proud of you. Now, I truly believe that this day, right now, makes a difference for the rest of the day of our country. Not only for this great city, but for this great country. These men and women who put their names, who walked, those young people who walked out here, the moment they signed up, you know what they said really? Hey, you know what? I'm ready to die for my country. That's the formal way. That's what happened before they paid the ultimate sacrifice. So this is a very important day. Not because I had a hit record somewhere back in '73. No, this is not a day about some recording star. This is not a day for some hit record or anything. This is a day where mom comes with her American flag and says, I'm so proud of you, my son. Would you please, for every veteran and every future parent of veterans, would you give me one big "We Love USA"? God bless you all. Thank you, Mother. Thank you. God bless you all. So, Tori was talking about a moment here. I'm not going to take up much more time. But I got a call from Bob Hope in 1973. The POWs of Vietnam, Cambodia, and Laos are coming home. And the call went like this. Tony, this is Bob Hope. I want opening show to Welcome Home our POWs. That opening line to your song, I'm coming home, I've done my time, is every one of their parents' prayer. And the prayer has been answered. When you come, 70,000 people there at the Cotton. And the first time I ever sang Tie Yellow Ribbon Round the Old Day was at this very city. The first time I ever sang it on the stage was at the Cotton here in 1973. Here is the greatness about it. It taught me when I met those POWs what God had given me. He gave me a purpose. He gave me a purpose for my country. So what did I do with this little song? Ladies and gentlemen, because the good Lord blessed me with this song, I've been able to raise over $100 million on behalf of veterans ever since. Now, that's what music can do. That's what a song can do. It's not a person, it's an emotion, it's a feeling, it's a gut, it's a heart. What we are experiencing today is the American heart. What we're experiencing today is to honor those men and young women and those who are presently serving in our armed forces. Please, whatever you do, don't just make this one day a year. Make this every day of your life. And with that, I want to thank the city of Dallas. I want to thank all of you for responding so kindly to me. And God bless my great country. And thank you for listening.
Get all aboard up behind me. I think I've got a little something I want to quickly share here. This time last year, just about this time this week, a fellow by the name of Al Bernay passed away from ALS, amyotrophic lateral sclerosis, Lou Gehrig's disease. Al was a dear friend of the veterans and to the military here in Dallas because after this parade every year, for about 25 years, he opened up the door for all of us to go over there, and on him, we had a free lunch, drinks and food were on the house. He saluted all the military. Well, as you know, he passed away last year, and we wanted to figure out some way we could thank him. And in the years ahead, thank all the people who are so very, very special that come to the great city of Dallas, Texas, and are a part of our Veterans Day Parade. So we saluted Al last year, and we created the Veterans Day Patriot Award. We gave that first award to him a week before he passed away. It meant more than you'll ever know to his family. I just saw members of his family this past week, and they said his daughters started tearing up when they told me about how special it was to be honored last year. Well, this year we have yet another Veterans Day Patriot Award to be given, and it's going to yet another outstanding individual. And I told you before when I introduced him how special he was, but I'm talking about this gentleman to my right, Mr. Tony Orlando, who is the recipient of our second Veterans Day Patriot Award. Ladies and gentlemen, let's give it up for the man right here.
Oh my God, I'm humbled. General, thank you so much. All of you, thank you, General. Well, you know what? So 52 years ago, we're going to do this in honor of this wonderful man who will remember him. Check this out. I want you all to clear your throats. Ready? Clear up. Ready? I got to know what if you receive my letter, say you are to me, then you know just what to do. If you still want me to, if you still want, for those who remember, everybody together, say, tie a yellow ribbon around me. It's been 3 long years, do you still want me? I don't see a ribbon around the old oak tree. I'll stay on the bus, forget about us, put the blame on me. If I don't see the devil, we can round the old oak tree. Happy birthday, Maria. It's an incredible honor to go home and so in my heart. Thank you, General. Thank you, Scott. Thank you, Bill, for serving in our military in Dallas, Texas. 52 years ago, it all began. Isn't it ironic that in the year of my retirement, God put me right back to where it all began? Thank you, everybody. Order. Well, I'm up here to say two things. Number one is to thank everybody. And number two is to give Tony Orlando time to get in his car and get in the parade. First, I want to thank God for allowing us to be here today, for giving us life, freedom, and the privilege of living in the greatest country on earth, protected by the proudest military in the world. And thank God it's not raining. That came without community. Today we come to honor and thank 21,800,000 living veterans. 1,430,000 wartime wounded, and over 1,190,000 who gave their lives in wartime. We owe each of them and their families our deepest gratitude, and we must continue to support those who have dedicated their lives to defending our freedom and our way of life. I would also like to recognize and thank all of our dignitaries and leaders here today. Senator Royce West, members of the Dallas City Council, Kim Culver, our Dallas Police Fire Departments, our intelligence community, the Park Department, and I'd like to have a special thanks to John Kingdon, Lindsay Ryder, and all the dedicated city staff who have worked so hard each year to make this tribute to our veterans a success. We really appreciate it. And this year, a special thanks to all the city volunteers and private businesses who have had volunteers who have joined to help us honor our heroes. A heartfelt thank you as well to the members of the Greater Dallas Veterans Foundation and the Parade Planning Committee, those whose tireless efforts made this annual celebration possible. And I am especially honored here today as being a third-generation military and a third-generation military veteran. I really want to pay tribute to my dad, who landed on Utah Beach and fought under Patton during the Battle of the Bulge. It's pretty windy today. Continuing this annual tradition is more than ceremonial. It is a living reminder of the resilience, bravery, and unity that define our veterans. As we honor those who came before us, let us also meet our own challenges with the same courage and determination, setting a strong example for the generations that follow. Thank you again. May God bless our veterans, our city, and our nation.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for coming to Fair Park today. And for whatever reason you chose to be a part of this, we salute you all and say thank you. Bring a friend next year. We can double the size of the crowd that we have right here. But for those that are all the way around throughout Fair Park that are here to be just a part of what we're doing on this Veterans Day, as we salute those men and women that literally put their lives on the line so that we can enjoy the freedoms that we all do in this incredible country we all call home every single day. So a thank you to you all. I think the parade is about to start. So if you want to make some noise and say, come on down, we'll be underway. Have a great Veterans Day, everybody. Remember why we all gathered today. To salute those who protected us all, year after year after year. Thank you, everybody. Have a great day. Enjoy the parade. The parade theme this year is carried by DISD Junior ROTC cadets. The theme is commemorating the 75th anniversary of the beginning of the Korean War back in 1950. The beginning of the Dallas Veterans Parade is the Dallas ISD All Services Color Guard, representing all of the major branches of the U.S. military. Staff Sergeant Belton Davis, age 93, proudly serves as this year's Grand Marshal. As one of our two Grand Marshals this year, he served in active duty in the U.S. Army from 1950 to 1951 and was still in high school. He was a member of the National Guard unit, mobilized and was deployed in Korea with the 45th Infantry, a division out of Oklahoma. Serving in Company E of the 180th Infantry Regiment. He distinguished himself in combat and earned the Bronze Star, the Combat Infantry Badge, and the United Nations Service Medal in recognition of his dedication and his bravery. And yet we have another Grand Marshal, Tony Orlando, who you met earlier today, and we all know about his cardio river around the old oak tree. Incredible legacy. So we thank Tony as well for being here in the great state of Texas. Hello, my friend. How are you?
I'm good, thank you.
All right, we'll tell everybody who you are and why you're here. And then we'll go as we welcome the 1st Cavalry Army Band. Take it away.
Happy Veterans Day 2025. My name is Priscilla. I'm so honored to be here with you to thank each and every one of you for your service, for our community, for coming together, supporting each other, and making this beautiful country what it is. So here we have the 1st Cavalry Army Band, and they are the ladies and gentlemen of the U.S. Army's 1st Cavalry Band. The musicians of the 1st Cavalry Band are professionally trained by the Army, as well as some of the finest conservatories and musical schools in the nation. They perform music in all styles, ranging from military marches to classical, country, rock, thank you for JROTC Battalion in Dallas ISD. So, we have been following
Brigade Spearhead.
I gotta go, I gotta go.
3AD, Army Division of the United States Army, unofficially named the 3rd Herd. The division was first activated back in 1941. The year of Pearl Harbor, right? Active in the European theater of World War II. All right, what do we have here?
We have the Dallas County Sheriff's Posse.
There they
who
are.
a volunteer group of reserves who are also horsemen.
Give it up for our Sheriff's Department here in Dallas County, folks. Come on.
In addition to representing